Design a user engagement journey, learning objectives. After completing this unit, you will be able to describe the aha moment, use M.A.P to write effective user engagement content, storyboard your user engagement journey. Aha, you may know it as the eureka moment or the light bulb moment. But in the user engagement space, the ultimate goal for any piece of guidance is to deliver an aha moment. This is the moment when a user first recognizes value in your product or solution. You want users to immediately complete and clearly understand the value of the new information to them and their job. Aha moments are what makes the information sticky in a user's mind, so they start using it right away. That's a pretty high bar, but remember what we said earlier about users. They want actionable, relevant information. They don't want their workflow interrupted without good reason. They don't want to be sold to. So, to get that aha moment, let's give them actionable and relevant content that is worth the time to read. Information that maximizes users' experience and efficiency. Information that makes their job easier. Information that brightens light bulbs above heads. Aha moments usually happen during onboarding, but you can and should recur as the user grows and becomes increasingly proficient. But it doesn't happen without a little planning, so let's get started. Crafting a user engagement journey. Think of a user engagement journey in 4 phases. Onboarding, say hello and make users feel welcome. Feature adoption and discovery gets users excited about the latest and greatest features. Help and support. Support users with minimal disruptive, relevant content. Deeper learning. Help users learn more about complex concepts or tasks. Those look familiar, right? They are the user engagement scenarios, described as phases in the user engagement journey. Because Salesforce and your company are constantly innovating, these phases aren't linear. Instead of thinking of a timeline, consider each phase a series of events that a user encounters again and again and again as they go through along their work. Now that you are pretty familiar with scenarios and phases, you begin to understand what your users need in each phase. Ask yourself, what's the most important, helpful information I can offer at this stage? Focus on the top use cases and those aha moments. What changes have an impact on users? Highlight those changes so users can stay up to date. Do different users require different information? Consider familiarity with the product and industry, motivation level, and product complexity. Then tailor the help to the user's role or goals. Before long, you will have a document or set of documents listing all the topics you want to cover. For example, an onboarding strategy for new sales users, you might want to cover these topics. Tips and tricks for finding recent items, including search and favorites. Instructions for changing apps through the app launcher, instructions for personalizing the navigation bar and list views, quick start guides for productivity features such as notes, tasks, and calendars, and reporting including dashboards. Now that you know what you want to cover, you create the individual elements. Let's start by mapping it out. M.A.P. it out. Identify the message, audience, and purpose of your content. The message is what you're telling your users. The audience is who you're addressing. The purpose is what you have chosen to communicate the message. Message what? Learn how to pin, switch, and customize list views with just a few clicks. Audience who? All users. Purpose why? Teach basic skills for list views. Keep deals moving forward with path and Kanban. Audience or sales users. Purpose encourage use of path and Kanban. Bookmark your most used records with favorites. All users encourage use of favorites. When you're defining your audience, you may want to see if you can get even more specific than a person's role at the company. Is your target audience beginners, advanced users, or somewhere in between? Existing users need flows for new features. Inactive users need flows to refamiliarize them with the product. The purpose is your reasoning for taking the time to create content. What will your guidance achieve? Although you may have a shared purpose with your audience, you may not state the purpose in your message. When writing your purpose, specify the phase such as onboarding, feature adoption, troubleshooting, or deeper learning. This helps you define the purpose and click the right message to deliver the message. When you have chosen the best user engagement component to use, you can tailor your message to fit the format. The next step is to write out what you want your target user to learn, understand, or achieve. Craft your message to focus on this objective. Make an impact right away by highlighting the value to the reader in the header or title. Consider these phase principles for effective content: friendly, upbeat, and engaging; accurate to build trust with the reader; concise; educational, teaching how to be more efficient and productive. Usually, you end the message with a call to action. Sometimes the call to action is an acknowledgement. For example, when you announce that changes are coming to the app soon, there is no real action to take other than clicking "Got it? Okay," which the user says, "I have read it." More commonly, your in-app guidance will ask the user to do something. Open a wiki or PDF file, try a new feature or enhancement, complete a few steps to set up something, watch a video to learn more. Be thoughtful when choosing the action. Most people don't understand, or most people don't want to interrupt their workflow, so pick a resource that gives them the information they need at the moment. Users may even want to refer to the information later. So if possible, let them know about a secondary source for the information in case they don't have time at the moment. Because they are so easy to access, help menus are a great way to store tips on using critical features, getting started guidance, and opportunities for deeper learning. Here's an example of a prompt for path and Kanban awareness. Get on the path to success. Explore how the path and the Kanban view can help you track, manage, and update your records. Here's an example of a welcome mat for the first time Lightning experience users. There you see the welcome mat, and now you have a bunch of guidance and some ideas about where it should be in the user engagement journey. But it's hard to envision how it all fits together. That's where storyboarding can help. It's a low-tech, quick way to visualize the user's engagement story you are building for yourself and for sharing with others. You don't need to be an illustrator to draw the situation and elements of your learning journey. If you can draw a square and an arrow, you're ready to be a user engagement storyboarder. If pen and paper aren't your style, Salesforce has a downloadable sketch kit of common symbols you can use. Check out the Lightning Design System link in the resources section. Start by drawing a basic wireframe of each component. Then connect them together based on how the user will encounter them. Focus on a series of moments spread over time rather than isolated features here and there. So here is something, and then there are different paths and different actions. Now you know a little about user engagement in general and Salesforce user engagement components in particular. You're ready to kickstart or re-evaluate your user engagement strategies and take advantage of all the Salesforce has to offer and your users. quiz. What's the aha moment? The moment that you remember the name of that movie starring the actor from that TV show. The moment that a user knows how to do basic tasks in Salesforce. The moment that a user reads a tooltip. The moment that a user first recognizes value in your product or solution. The moment that a user can complete a complex task in Salesforce. The moment that a user first recognizes value in your product or solution would be my take, but let's see. Yep, that is one. And number two, what's the difference between the message and the purpose? The purpose is what you say to the user. The message is why you say it. The message is more important than the purpose. The message is what you say to the user. The purpose is why you say it. They are the same thing. The message is the tone of the guidance, and the purpose is the business value. I would say C. And let's have a look just to make sure. Message is what you're telling users, and the audience we're addressing. Purpose is why, message is what. That looks about right. So let's check the quiz to earn 100 points. And I got a new badge. Let's tackle the next module, but that's for another video. So thank you for watching the user engagement module and all the videos from it together with me. If you like my videos, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you have any feedback for me, just type it, whether positive or negative. Always happy to reach. And that's about it really. So have a good day and see you in the next video.